na ang mga pangunahing balita sa loob at labas ng bansa. Tinagid at kinalap ng Agila News Team. Agila Balita!
Magandang tanghali Pilipinas, ngayon ay Martes, Setyembre 4, 2018. Ito ang Agila Balita. Sabay din tayo napapakinggan sa Radyo Agila DCEC 1062 sa Mega Manila at sa ating mga Radyo Agila Provincial Relay Station sa mga lungsod ng Dagupan, Lucena, Cebu at Davao. Ako po si Angelo Palmones. Sa ulo ng mga balita. Amnestiya na ibinigay kay Senador Antonio Trillanes binawi ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Big-time oil price hike, ipinatupad ng mga kumpanya ng langis, mga operator at mga tsuper ng jeep muling humirit ng dagdag pasahe. Malacanang tiniyak na may sapat na supply ng bigas sa mga susunod na araw. Pagdinig sa impeachment complaint laban naman kay Chief Justice Teresita de Castro at 6 na maestrado ng Korte Suprema sinimula na sa Kamara. Filipino community sa Tripoli, Libya, pinag-iingat kasunod ng deklarasyon ng State of Emergency. Magkakasunod na pagsabog naman sa Sultan Kudarat, hindi sapat para palawigin ang martial law sa buong Mindanao. Sa balitang abroad, Chinese President Xi Jinping may $60 milyong na pledge para sa African development. At sa balitang pambihira, tampok ang isang Australian mother na ginawang hanap buhay ang pagyakap sa mga estranghero. Sa detalye ng mga balita, habagat pa rin ang nakakaapekto sa malaking bahagi ng bansa ngayong araw, partikular na sa Central at Southern Luzon at sa buong Visayas at Mindanao. Ayon sa pag-asa ng UST, ang Metro Manila, Central Luzon, Calabarzon, Bicol Region, Mimaropa, Western Visayas, gayon din ang Zamboanga Peninsula at ARMM makararanas ng maulap na papawirin ngayong araw. Merong kalat-kalat na pag-ulan dahil naman ito sa habagat. Babala ng pag-asang pag-ulan na mararanasan sa mga nabanggit na lugar ay maaaring magdulot din ng mga pagbaha o landslide. Samantala, ang nalalaping bahagi ng bansa magkakaroon lamang ng bahagyang maulap na papawirin na merong isolated na mga pag-ulan. Niyanig naman ang magnitude 3.6 na lindol ang bayan ng Kapuokan sa Leyte. Batay sa pinalabas na abiso ng PBOX DOST, naganap ang pagyanig alas 11:43 kagabi. Naitala ang episentro ng lindol sa layong 9 kilometro, hilagang kanluran ng Kapuokan at may lalim itong 5 kilometro. Dahil sa tectonic ang pagyanig, naitala ang instrumental intensity 1 sa lungsod ng Ormoc. Wala namang inaasahang anumang pagkasira o aftershocks ang naganap na lindol. Niyanig din ang magnitude 4.0 na lindol ang bayan naman ng Sogod sa Southern Leyte. Ayon pa rin sa PBOX DOST, naitala ang pagyanig 5 kilometro north ng Sogod kaninang alas 6:25 ng umaga. May lalim na 1 kilometro din ang pagyanig at tectonic ang origin. Walang naitalang pagkasira sa area-riyan, aftershocks o kaya intensities sa lindol. Muling tataas ang presyo ng mga produktong petrolyo sa susunod na linggo. 93 centavos kada litro ang dagdag sa presyo ng diesel. Nasa 63 centavos naman sa bawat litro ang dagdag sa halaga ng gasolina, 74 centavos naman sa kerosene o gas. Ang panibagong dagdag presyo sa mga produktong petrolyo ay iniuugnay pa rin sa bentahan nito sa world market. Ito na ang ikatlong sunod na linggong nagpatupad ng price hike ang mga kumpanya ng petrolyo. Inaasahang masusundan pa ang big-time oil price hike ng mga kumpanya ng langis at ayon sa ilang industry sources, partikular na kay Direktor Rino Abad ng Industry Management Bureau, ito'y dahil sa nararanasang political crisis sa mga bansang pangunahing producer ng langis gaya ng Iran, Venezuela at Libya. Binanggit ni Abad na napipintong magpatupad ng sanksyon ng Estados Unidos sa oil industry ng Iran, ang pagbagsak ng produksyon ng langis sa Venezuela at ang kaguluhan naman sa Libya bilang mga pangunahing dahilan ng paggalaw ng presyo ng langis sa world market. Dagdag pa ng opisyal, tumas din ang presyo ng produktong petrolyo. Ngunit kahit nangako na ang Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries o OPEC na daragdagan ang crude oil output ng 2 milyong bariles ngayong Hunyo o noong Hunyo. Ayon kay Abad, ang natupad lang kasi na dagdag ng Saudi Arabia ay 500,000 barrels bawat araw. Muling humirit naman ang dagdag pasahe ang mga operator at mga tsuper ng mga jeep sa gitna ng panibagong pagtaas ng presyo ng mga produktong petrolyo. Ayon kay Pasang Master President Robert Martin, hindi sapat ang kinikita ng mga tsuper dahil sa hindi mapigil ang oil price increase bukod pa sa mataas na presyo ng mga pangunahing bilihin. Pisong dagdag ang kanilang hiling upang kahit paano makasabay ang mga driver sa mataas na presyo ng pagkain. Kumirit din ang fare increase sa mga operator at mga tsuper ng jeep sa Region 1, Central Luzon at Calabarzon. July 9 ang huling ipinatupad ng LTFRB ang dagdag pasahe sa jeep sa Metro Manila, Calabarzon at Central Luzon. Iminungkahi naman ni Agriculture Secretary Manny Piñol ang pagpapatupad ng reforma sa National Food Authority o NFA. Sa gitna na rin ito ng mga panawagang buwagin ng ahensya dahil sa kawalan nito ng aksyon para maresolba ang problema ng krisis sa bigas. Ayon kay Piñol, mas makabubuti kung magagamit ang potensyal ng NFA bilang natatanging trading agency sa bansa na kinilala naman ng World Trade Organization o WTO. Iginit ni Piñol na makabubuti kung magagamit ang NFA bilang export agency ng iba pang mga produktong pang-agrikultura at maalis ang imahe nito na nakadikit lamang sa bigas. Inihirit din ni Piñol na muling maisailalim sa Department of Agriculture ang NFA para sa mas maayos na koordinasyon ng dalawang ahensya. Tiniyak ng Malacanang na may sapat na supply ng bigas sa mga susunod na araw. Ayon kay Presidential Spokesman Harry Roque, darating na sa bansa ang 150,000 metric tons ng bigas na inangkat ng Pilipinas. Bukod dito, sinabi ni Roque, malapit na rin ang inihan ng mga magsasaka. Tiniyak pa ni Roque na maraming mga negosyante mag-aangkat ng bigas sa mga susunod na araw. May mga negosyante na anya na pinayagan ng Pangulo na makapag-angkat ng bigas kahit maliit na bulto lamang mula Malaysia na may taripa para sa supply na kinakailangan ng Basilan, Sulu, Tawi-Tawi at Zamboanga Peninsula. Kasabay nito, nanawagan din ang palasyo sa mga negosyante ng bigas. Iwasan ang mag-hoard o magtago ng mga bigas sa kanilang mga bodega para hindi makasuhan ng economic sabotage. Tumas naman ng 20 pesos ang presyo ng kada kilo ng bangus na isinisi ng mga tindero sa kakulangan ng supply. Sa Mega Q-Mart sa Quezon City, nasa 150 hanggang 160 pesos per kilo ang presyo ng bangus mula sa dating 130 hanggang 140 pesos lamang. Una nang nalubog sa baha, bunsod ng malakas na mga pagulan dala ng habagat at magkakasunod na bagyo, ang ilang bahagi ng Pangasinan na siyang nangunguna sa produksyon ng bangus. Ganyan tinanggi ni Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources Director Eduardo Gungona na may kakulangan ng supply ng bangus. Ayon kay Gungona, kahit libo-libong bangus ang namatay, ay may iba pang mga lugar na pinagkukunan naman ng supply, gaya halimbawa ng Batangas at Iloilo. Isa niya sa dahilan ng pagtaas ng presyo ng bangus ay ang pagtaas din ng presyo ng galunggong. Samantala, tumaas na rin ang presyo ng siling labuyo o labuyo sa ilang pamilyan sa Metro Manila. Ito'y dahil sa mababang produksyon mula sa Northern at Central Luzon, matapos naman ang paghagupit ng habagat at magkakasunod na bagyo. Umaabot na ngayon ng 900 pesos ang kada kilo ng siling labuyo habang sumampa naman ng hanggang 1,000 piso kada kilo sa Malabon kumpara sa dating 400 hanggang 700 pesos per kilo. Tumaas din ang presyo ng ilan pang mga gulay tulad ng carrots na 160 pesos na ang kada kilo mula sa dating 80 pesos, repolyo 150 mula sa dating 100 piso at broccoli 400 mula sa dating 200 pesos per kilo. Nagbabadya ang food crisis sa Pilipinas sa gitna ng patuloy na pagtaas ng presyo ng bigas, isda at mga pangunahing bilihin. Ito naman ang babala ni Senador Panfilo Lacson kung hindi tututukan ng gobyerno, partikular na ng Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte, ang ekonomiya. Ayon kay Lacson, halos lahat ng basic food ay tumaas ng presyo at hindi na ito kayang bilhin ng mga mahihirap na pamilya. Magugunit ang hinimok ng Senador, ang Pangulong Duterte, bigyang pansin ang ekonomiya sa halip na tutukan lamang ang war on drugs na maaari namang ipaubaya sa Philippine National Police. Napapanahon para muling buhayin ng Local Price Coordinating Council o LPCC. Sinabi ni Interior and Local Government Undersecretary Martin Dinio, malaking may tutulong nito para mabantayan ang di makatwirang pagtaas ng presyo ng mga bilihin sa ilang lugar na sinasalanta ng kalamidad. Sa parang ito, ang bawat barangay ang magsisilbing ahente ng Department of Trade and Industry o DTI at siyang magsasagawa ng regular na inspeksyon sa mga pampubliko at pribadong pamilihan. Matitiyak ding na hindi magsasamantala sa presyo ang mga negosyante ng prime commodities. Malaki niya magiging tulong at gagampanan ng mga barangay officials sa mga problemang katulad nito. Kapag hindi sila tumalima dito, ay papatawa naman sila ng kaukulang parusa.
Ito yung serbisyo, kaya nga may barangay at nasulok ng Pilipinas para makatulong kami sa national government when it comes to our problem, lalo-lalo na sa basic commodities. Iikot ang barangay, tapos meron kaming price suggestion ng BPI. So doon natin babasihan. Kung ano yung bibigay sa amin ng BPI na, dapat sundin ng barangay. Hindi, manguhuli kami sa barangay.
Pinabibigyan naman ang dagdag na taunang allowance ni House Speaker Gloria Macapagal Arroyo ang mga empleyado ng Kamara. Ayon kay Arroyo, tatanggap na ng 35,000 pesos mula sa dating 5,000 pesos na gross allowance ang mga empleyado ng Kamara kada taon. Meron na niyang authorization ni House Committee on Accounts Chairperson Yeda Romualdez na maglabas ng nasabing halaga para sa mga empleyado ng mababang kapulungan. Sinabi pa ng House Speaker na kadalasang naglo-loan ang mga empleyado ng Kamara kapag Agosto at Setyembre dahil sa tinatawag na taghirap months. At simula naman ngayong araw, pwede nang mag-avail ng pension loan ang maretiradong benepisyaryo ng Social Security System o SSS. Ayon kay SSS President at Executive Officer Emmanuel Dook, ang pension loan program ng SSS ay bilang tugon sa mga panawagan ng mga nakatatandang biktima at nababaon din sa utang dahil sa malaking interes sa mga loan institution. Sinabi pa ni Dook na malaki matutulong nito sa mga senior citizen na makapag-apply ng kanilang mga pangangailangan gaya ng emergency medical expenses. Bilang pasimula ng proyekto, aabot sa 20 branches ang binuksan ng SSS para sa mga retiradong mag-a-apply ng pension loan program. Ang SSS ay naglaan naman ng 100 bilyong piso para sa proyekto at maaaring makapag-loan ng hanggang 32,000 pesos ang mga senior citizen na hindi lalagpas sa edad na 80. Nilinaw ng Aklan Police Provincial Office na nananatiling naka-full alert status ang pulisya sa isla ng Boracay simula na isa-ilalim ito sa rehabilitasyon noong Abril. Ito ay kasunod ng nangyaring pambobomba sa Sultan Kudarat at Masbate Port. Ayon kay Senior Superintendent Lope Manlapas, Provincial Director ng APPO, lalo pang maghihigpit ang mga otoridad sa nalalapit na muling pagbubukas ng isla sa Oktubre dahil naman sa inaasahang pagbuhos ng mga turista. Samantala, sinabi din Manlapas na patuloy ang pagbaba ng crime rate sa Boracay dahil naman sa may pinatutupad na police strategies. Kadalasan naman nangyayari sa kilalang tourist destination ang crime index na kinabibilangan ng pagnanakaw, physical injury, rape, homicide at murder. Meron naman tayong mga tatanggaping late-breaking development mula kay Moira Encina. Moira?
Nagpapatuloy itong press ko na ipinatawag ni Judge Secretary Menardo Guevara kaugnay nga sa amnestia o pagbawis amnestia ni Senador Antonio Trillanes. Pakinggan po natin.
Today, this morning. So I am not, do not have any personal knowledge as to when the review of the amnesty given to Senator Trillanes actually began. But what I know is that this matter of review has been there for quite some time. It's not as if this happened only 5 days ago or nothing of that sort. I think this has been being discussed a couple of years ago, as far back as 2013, I guess. But it just so happened that now it was only recently that the proclamation was issued by the President. Take note that the title of the proclamation is Revocation of DND Ad Hoc Committee Resolution Number 2, dated January 31, 2011, insofar as it granted amnesty to former LTSG Antonio Trillanes IV. Alright, so what the title indicates that it's a revocation, the contents of the proclamation, if you have read a copy of that proclamation, would show that it actually nullified or declared void ab initio. Alright, the issuance of the amnesty to Senator Trillanes. At least it never existed. It's never been valid for non-compliance with certain mandatory requirements for the availment of that amnesty. So, inaliwan that ito as it never existed. It's not, something that was given and being taken back. Alright? It's a declaration that it was void from the moment that it was issued.
So but what makes it, so what makes it different from the amnesty granted to the other Magda law officers? Basically, entirely the same circumstances.
Well, the proclamation speaks of certain non-compliance on the part of Senator Trillanes with requirements for the grant of the amnesty. You will take note that there is mention of proclamation number 75, series of 2010. So that is the general proclamation of amnesty to those who are involved in
Magbabalik pa ang Agila Balita.
Agila Balita.
Music, Lunes hanggang Biyernes, 1:00 hanggang 2:00 ng hapon.
Agila Balita.
Binawi ng Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte ang amnesty na binigay ni dating Pangulong Noynoy Aquino kay Senador Antonio Trillanes IV. Kinumpirma ni Justice Secretary Minardo Guevara sa nagpapatuloy na press conference. Si Guevara ang tumatayong caretaker ng Malacanang na binawi nga ang amnesty na binigay kay Trillanes sa pamamagitan ng Proclamation 572 na pinirmahan ng Pangulo noong pang-August 31, 2018. Ayon kay Guevara, dahil sa Proclamation 572, pinapangulang bisa ang dating Proclamation number 75 na pinirmahan ng dating Pangulong Aquino noong 2010 na nagbibigay ng amnestiya kay Trillanes at sa mga kasamang miyembro ng Magdalo Group na naharap sa kasong mutiny dahil naman sa Oakwood at Manila Peninsula Incident. Ipinahayag ni Secretary Guevara na ginawang grounds ang pagbawi o sa pagbawi ng amnesty kay Trillanes ang hindi pagsunod sa mga requirements sa pagbibigay ng amnesty na kinabibilangan ng paghahain ng amnesty application at pag-amin sa krimen. Nasa press conference pa rin ni Secretary Menardo Guevara si kaugnay ng pagbawi ng Pangulong Duterte ng amnestiya ng Senador Antonio Trillanes, si Moira Encina. Moira? Babalikan natin si Moira. Samantala, Senador Antonio Trillanes, tinawag naman na political persecution ang pagbawi ng amnestiya laban sa kanya. Detalye mula kay Eagle News reporter Mean Corbera.
Angelo, tinawag ng political persecution ni Senador Antonio Trillanes ang bantang pag-aresto sa kanya matapos bawiin ang amnesty sa kasong kudita noong 2011 o 2010. Sinabi ni Trillanes na noong nakaraang taon na pa narinig ang mga reports na pinag-aaralan ng gobyerno na i-revoke ang amnestiya na ipinagkaloob sa kanya ng Aquino administration. Pero iginit ng senador na tiliwas sa pahayag ng Malacanang at Department of Justice, nagsumite siya ng official amnesty application at inaming guilty sa kasong rebellion, katunayang na-issuean siya ng amnesty certificate. Iginit ng senador na ginigipit lang siya ng administrasyon dahil walang malinaw na kasong maiharap laban sa kanya. Pagtiyak naman ni Trillanes, handa siyang sumama sa arresting team sakaling matuloy ang pagpaparesto sa kanya ng Malacanang. Narito ang bahagi ng pahayag ni Senador Antonio Trillanes.
Alam niyo po, hindi naman ako bibigyan ng amnesty kung hindi ako nag-comply sa mga requirements. Sumumpa ako kay former Secretary of Defense Walter Gasmin at mapapatutuhanan yan ng mga DND officials. So, absolutely complied lahat yan. Yung mga kaso sa civilian courts, na-dismiss yan. Kaya nga ito ay it's a clear case of political persecution dahil wala silang mahanap na kaso sa akin. So, kailangan mag-imbento.
Sa ngayon, sinabi ni Trillanes na ginagawa niya ng kanyang mga abogado ang lahat ng legal na remedyo at susunod siya sa magiging pasya ng Senate leadership. Sinabi naman ni Senate President Vicente Soto na hindi niya pa natatanggap ang official copy ng Proclamation 572. Pero sa ngayon, Angelo, may mga dumating na tauhan ng PNP CIDG dito sa premises ng Senado. Ang mga pinunay nito ay nagtungo na kanina sa tanggapan ni Secretary General Jose Balahadya. Dala ang warrant of arrest. Pero sa ngayon, si Balahadya ay umakyat na sa tanggapan ni Senate President Soto para pag-usapan yung naturang issue. Yan muna ang sitwasyon. Yes, Angelo.
Okay,
yes.
Wala bang apela yung pagbawing yun? Ano sabi ni Senator?
Nakalagay kasi, Angelo, dun sa order ng DOJ, effective immediately. So, kung maglalabas ng arrest warrant ang CIDG, ang DOJ at ipapasa sa CIDG ay malamang itutuloy na yung pag-aresto. Ang sabi nung nakausap natin kanina na opisyal ng CIDG na ayaw mo nang magpabanggit ng pangalan, anong katapusan pa ng Agosto nila ipinaplano yung gagawin pag-aresto dahil napasakamay na nila yung order ng DOJ at yun nga ay nakikipag-coordinate sila ngayon dito sa liderato ng Senado. Ongoing na rin ngayon, Angelo, yung pulong ng minority bloc. Nakita natin na pumasok ngayon dito sa tanggapan ni Senate Minority Leader Franklin Dillon, sila Senator Bam Aquino at itong si Senator Francis Pangilinan para pag-usapan niya yung kaso ni Trillanes.
Sige, balikan natin mamaya si Mean, kaugnay po ng mga development dyan po sa Senado. Sa iba pang mga balita, kinakitaan naman ng sufficient inform ng House Justice Committee ang reklamong impeachment laban kay Chief Justice Teresita Leonardo de Castro at 6 na iba pang maestrado ng Korte Suprema. Sa botong 21 na yes 0 ang no. Idiniklara ng komite na pinamumunuan ni Oriental Mindoro Congressman Salvador Doy Lechion na may sapat na porma ang reklamo. Bago ito napagkasundan din ng komite na i-consolidate ang makakahiwalay na mga reklamo laban kina De Castro, Associate Justices Diosdado Peralta, Lucas Bersamin, Andres Reyes Jr., Francis Ardilesa, Noel Tiham at Alexander Gasmundo. Samantala, hindi naman napagbotohan ang substance ng reklamo dahil ayon sa mga kongresista, hindi pa nila nababasa ng buo ang dokumento. Dahil dito, sinuspinde ng komite ang pagdinig at muling magpapatuloy sa Martes, ganap na alas 9:30 ng umaga. Kinumpirma ni Bureau of Corrections Director Ronald de la Rosa ang pagtakbo niya sa Senado sa 2019 midterm elections. Ayon kay de la Rosa, ang kanyang pasya ay kasunod ng pag-endorso sa kanya ng Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte sa pagtitipo ng partidong hugpong ng pagbabago sa Davao City 3 linggo nang nakakaraan. Anya matapos ang panunumpa ng mga miyembro ng partido, kinausap niya ang Pangulo at kinumpirma ang pagbibigyan ng basbas sa kanyang pagtakbo. Sinabi pa ni De La Rosa na ngayon pa lamang pinaghahandaan na niya ang pagsisimula ng kampanya, gayon din ang mga matatanggap niyang mga batikos. Nagtataka naman si Senador Coco Pimentel kung bakit naantala ang pag-release ng mga produkto at mga balikbayan boxes sa mga pantalan sa Maynila. Ayon kay Pimentel, gusto niyang ipatawag ang mga opisyal ng Bureau of Customs upang ipaliwanag ang sitwasyon ngayon sa mga pantalan. Anya, dahil sa pagkabalam ng pag-release ng mga kargamento sa mga pantalan, nalulugi ang mga negosyante sa bansa. Bukod pa niya ito sa dami ng mga reklamo ng mga samahan ng Overseas Filipino Worker, maging ang mga grupo ng mga importer, traders at mga broker. Batay umano sa datos ng National Economic Development Authority o NEDA, 2.5 billion ang nalulugi sa bansa dahil lamang sa port congestion. Balikan natin ngayon ang press conference sa DOJ. Nandun pa rin si Moira Encina. Moira?
Have been subject to the compliance with all the requirements for application for amnesty. Now, as far as our records, the records that we've seen so far, there are among the accused who were actually, there was a decision which was rendered by an acting presiding judge who took over, Judge Pimentel, and she approved the amnesty which was granted to some of the accused. But when I looked at the records, it did not include Senator Trillanes. So we're still in the process of looking at all other decisions, all Regional Trial Court Branch 148, as to other decisions that may have been rendered as far as the other accused are concerned, sir.
So the applications were presented to the court, sir?
No, manifestations were filed with the court saying that the accused who had filed or availed of amnesty had complied with the requirements. These were filed by their respective counsel. So on the basis of that, the acting presiding judge at that time approved the said applications. As far as the order that I have reviewed so far this morning, it did not include the name of Senator Trillanes. But again, we're having our prosecutors in Makati check with Regional Trial Court Branch 148, check with the records to find out if there were other orders or decisions that were rendered pursuant to approving the amnesty applied for.
So what does it mean? Promulgation already, Dong. In this case, it was already up for the prosecution and defense were already completed, and it was already up for promulgation.
Yes, the decision, the case was already submitted for decision. In fact, if I recall, Judge Pimentel already came out, scheduled it for promulgation, and he had with him a copy of the decision. He was just about to promulgate the decision when there was a manifestation from the defense counsel stating that there was amnesty that was supposed to be granted to all of the accused.
Sir, ano ibig sabihin nun na kanina wala dun yung application ni Trillanes sa RTC?
Kasi there are, if you look at the case, there are about 31.
Hold on, sir.
There are about 31 accused in this case. Now, if all of them availed of amnesty, then naturally there would have to be a manifestation to the court informing the court that they had complied with all the requirements. Apparently, not all of them were represented by one counsel. So, depending on who filed the manifestation, the orders would come out. Now, what I'm saying is that based on what I have checked so far, it did not include the name of Senator Trillanes.
So walang application?
Well, not in that order. It would appear that in that particular order, it would appear that as far as Senator Trillanes is concerned, wala pang approval. So we're checking other orders of the court.
If mabubuhay uli yung kaso, sir, ibig sabihin, desisyon na lang yung kulang. Si Judge Pimentel, andyan pa ba, sir?
Wala na po. Judge Pimentel retired already, I think, 2010. Okay, so there's another judge, Judge Soriano, if I'm not mistaken, who is the acting presiding judge of RTC Branch 148. And you are correct, if the case will be reopened, it is only for the purposes of, one, asking for the issuance of an alias warrant of arrest, and second, for asking the court to promulgate the decision, considering that the court had already previously acquired jurisdiction over the person of the accused.
Okay, sir. Do you need to apply for a warrant? Or AFP na lang?
Alias warrant po.
Alias warrant.
Alias warrant po, sir.
Right. After the proper review of the records of this case, and we have determined that it's something that is ripe for reopening, all right, that there are grounds to reopen the case, then first order of the day will be simply to ask the court for the issuance of an alias warrant, so that the person of the accused will be brought into custody of the court.
Sir, how soon yan?
We'll do it as soon as we can, as soon as we find all the records pertaining to this case. You will please note that this case happened 15 years ago, so we'll just have to look into archives and other, case records on file.
May sinasabi yata si Soto, parang di-discuss muna ng Senate kung i-aalam.
Well, that's a matter for the Senate to discuss. No, I think the issue there is on the matter of custody in the meantime. All right, but as I have explained, the matter of privilege from arrest while Congress is in session, which it is right now, does not apply if the offense charge is punishable by more than 6 years, as in this case, because this is coup d'etat.
Sir, should the AFP and PNP arrest him now?
I'm sorry?
Should the PNP and the AFP...
There is a directive coming from the President himself as Commander-in-Chief, and I guess it's something that has to be obeyed.
That has to be
obeyed.
Obeyed.
Right.
Sir, ibig sabihin, pwede mangyari kung nangyari kay Senator De Lima?
Magkaiba yata yung situation, no? Yung kay Senator De Lima ay charges for regular criminal offense, no? But this one is amnesty being set aside, and of course naandun yung charge naman ng coup d'etat, no? Violation of the law on coup d'etats, no? Prohibiting coup d'etats. So I cannot really say whether the two cases are squarely on the same footing. Yes, sir.
Identify yourself.
Dexter po sa BDM.
Hi, Dexter.
You mentioned nag-usap kayo ng Pangulo noong September 2 bago siya umalis ng Israel. Ano po yung direktang utos niyo po sa inyo regarding this news?
No, it was only the Executive Secretary who gave notice to me about a proclamation that had been signed by the President a couple of days before their departure date. And so, being the designated officer in charge, I guess it was his duty really to inform me about this very important proclamation.
Being the OIC of the Office of the President, ano po ang utos niyo po ngayong araw?
Well, it's simply for the concerned agencies to implement what the President has directed. In Section 2 of the proclamation, he made two specific directives, and that one is addressed to the Department of Justice and to the Armed Forces to continue with the proceedings that were suspended, if at all suspended, at the time that the amnesty was granted to Senator Trillanes. And also another directive, this time addressed to law enforcement agencies, to cause the apprehension of Senator Trillanes so that he might be brought into custody.
May timeline po ba kayo binigay sa PNP or AFP for the arrest of...
No specific timeline, but this is in effect, and as soon as it is feasible to do it, then so be it.
Sir, Yung court-martial, sir, if at all suspended, will then proceed. And then second, the prosecution before Makati 148 will also proceed. But sir, since Judge Pimentel already resigned, and there's a new presiding judge, what will happen to the decision written by Pimentel? It will not be the one that will be unassuming. It will be an entirely new appreciation by the presiding judge, sir.
It will not be the same because the decision that was rendered covered all the accused. So if this is ruled, it's going to be a promulgation to only the false.
There may be way.
All right. Okay, so yung kasing decision na about to be promulgated apparently pertains to all of the accused, no? So dahil itong development na ito is something that pertains only to Senator Trillanes, then probably there might be some need to review yung decision that has been prepared before but not promulgated.
But based on the proceedings na lang, sir, there will not be a new trial, sir, parang review na lang on the proceedings as to the alleged participation.
In my opinion, since a full-blown trial, assuming that a full-blown trial has already been conducted, then I guess there will be no need to repeat. All of these are made of record by our courts, which are courts of record. And so any judge who will take over and promulgate the judgment need only go through the transcripts, the pleadings, the case files, and so forth and so on, without need to conduct a new trial altogether.
Sir, kasi may CIDG personnel na kayo sa Senate, so they can already effect the order.
They can actually. So and yeah, I think Senator Trillanes says he's ready. He's ready. So so be it. All right.
Sir, again,
yes.
as long sir, people are quite surprised with this development. Is there such a jurisprudence when it comes to revocation of amnesties?
Well, as I said, this is not a matter of revocation. When you say you revoke, there's something that was actually given validly and you are taking it back for some reasons. But that does not seem to be the case here. This proclamation declares that the grant was invalid and void ab initio, right from the beginning. So you're not taking back something. You're declaring that something never actually validly existed.
Sir, Lawrence Tanoco, Radyo Sir, here.
Yes.
Radyo Pilipinas, Sir Lawrence Tanoco. Sir, if ever na makapag-comply po si Senator Trillanes dun sa mga requirements, pwede bang ibigay ulit sa kanya amnesty? Or
I guess that's a different matter altogether. You know, we're talking about executive clemency, and that pertains to the person who is the chief executive at the time that the application will be granted. No, so he'll be dealing with President Duterte this time if he applies, assuming that he will be willing to do that.
So, syempre, sir, perception nito, sir, hinahabol yung kalaban, di ba, sir, ng Pangulo. Sir, yun yung magiging political persecution. That would be the line, definitely, of
Well, we cannot really prevent people or Senator Trillanes from thinking that way. But from the point of view of government, if there is something that needs to be done, then it should be done regardless of the timing. Especially if an act is deemed void from the beginning. We're not talking about any prescriptive period here. The government is not stopped by a mistake that was done by its own officers, and a matter that is void or an act which is void from the beginning can be challenged and attacked at any time, no matter the amount of time that has elapsed.
So what prompted the review of OSC?
Can't really answer that, you know. But I guess this is really a matter of making sure that all necessary legal requirements in so far as important matters like this have been complied with. Now, as to what other reasons there might have been, I'm not privy to that. I'm sorry to say.
Sir, you said, sir, you assumed, di ba, sir, na baka meron ding review doon sa iba. Sir, take picture, the others were granted amnesty, the model officers, some of them are supporters of the president, di ba, sir? So, but to your knowledge, sir, wala kang specific knowledge na meron ng ongoing? Parang you just assume?
No, I have no personal knowledge. I don't have any specific knowledge that such a review covering other people is ongoing, but I just surmise that in as much as something like this was reopened, then probably the same thing is also being done insofar as people who are similarly situated are concerned.
Sir, Daniel po from
Yes, Daniel.
Sir, sakali man, saan po ipupunong si
Well, the proclamation says he will be committed to where he was before at the time that the amnesty was granted, no? So wherever he may be. If he was at the Makati City Jail at the time, then if the case is reopened and a warrant, alias warrant, is issued against him, then he goes there. If he was under detention within the premises of the armed forces because of the martial law proceedings then ongoing, then he will be restored or detained in the same location. It all was at the time that the amnesty was issued.
Sir, while waiting for an alias warrant, pwede bang sa Senate muna?
That's what I said. No, maybe that's the reason why Senator Tito Soto would like to discuss this with the rest of his colleagues. So we believe that's a fair and reasonable arrangement. In the meantime, that the prosecution, the DOJ, and the armed forces are still, reviewing their records. But there's already a directive to put him under custody. So I guess that's the best possible arrangement in the meantime. But he is not immune from arrest, as I would like to emphasize, all right? That's just for convenience.
Sir, the custody being spoken of in the proclamation is in terms of immediate custody. But since subsequently you'll be applying for the issuance of an alias warrant, then there has to be a return of the warrant, and therefore we will follow the same procedure that the court will now determine where via commitment order siya.
Yes, very true. Once the court acquires jurisdiction over the person of the accused, then his place of detention will also be determined by the court which acquired jurisdiction.
Secretary, nakapag-request na po ba ang DOJ ng alias warrant?
Di ba? Kasi nga yung mga records, halukayin pa namin yan eh. 2003 case pa. And we got this proclamation only yesterday, so we need to take a look at the records first.
So sir, it's now na meron ng hindi na-comply na requirement kasi na can we say na yung grant sa kanya by the previous administration is irregular?
Void nga eh, not only irregular but void, no? So I cannot really answer for those for the people who granted the amnesty at that time. Remember that there was an ad hoc committee under Proclamation number 75 during the time of President Noynoy Aquino, which created this ad hoc committee for the grant of amnesty to those involved in the mutiny, in the Oakwood mutiny and the other incidents, no? And it was, I think, the approval of the applications for amnesty at the time was given by the DND secretary at that time, si Secretary Voltaire Gasmin, all right, as mentioned in the proclamation. So, well, if there was non-compliance with some requirements, but nonetheless, amnesty was granted, I think it would be for Secretary Voltaire to explain that. No, it's not for us to to dwell into that matter because that happened many years ago.
So, sir, going back to the requirements, he has to satisfy both or just one?
Yeah, both. Because I guess now I've not seen the form, but I suppose that form would contain a section where he would expressly admit that he's guilty of the offense charged, no? Because I would surmise na kasama yun because that form, application form, is under oath, all right? So such an important requirement like admission of guilt is something that should be contained in that form under oath. So to me, that is the more important requirement rather than the form, all right? It's the admission of guilt and that you are pleading for executive clemency.
Ibig sabihin, sir, even if he can prove that he did apply in 2011, pero wala namang admission, wala rin na valid.
That would seem to be the case. Ang problema rito, parang meron yatang certain media statement si Senator Trillanes na parang sinasabi niya na dinidisclaim niya expressly yung kanyang guilt for any wrongdoing, and that apparently according to the proclamation, hindi yan ang dapat na charge sa kanya but something else, no? Kung ano yung something else na yon, hindi niya sinabi. Pero apparently based on the proclamation again, ay meron siya mga statements to the media before na sinasabi niya na hindi ito ang charges to which I will plead guilty. Something to that effect.
Sir, walang attachment ng admission of guilt dun sa application? Affidavit?
Ang tingin ko nga, it might be in the form of an affidavit all right, under oath attached to the form or incorporated in the form itself.
As long as under oath, Sec, no?
Yes, yun ang mahalaga dun eh. For something like that, it's got to be under oath.
Sir, this was his interview in 2011. Quote, "We admit guilt as far as rising up against the most corrupt president," referring to who this country has ever had proudly. Does this qualify as an admission to the crime?
The crime charge is coup d'etat. All right, so there must be an express admission of guilt to the offense of coup d'etat.
So may mention of coup d'etat?
Yes, of course.
Not just a mere uprising against the most
Yes,
corrupt.
because the elements may be different.
All right.
Sir, for those who are saying that this will create a chilling effect not only to the opposition, but those who are regular tao who may be opposing this administration, that they can no longer verbalize their opposition and then things like that happen. What is the message?
No, it's not a question of political opposition. It's a matter of compliance with the law. All right, this is a matter which is provided in the Constitution itself. When the chief executive grants clemency, all right, all the requirements must be naturally complied with. So we're just following the rule of law here. If something was not followed before, then the government is not barred from making the proper rectification to such a mistake. All right, so that's how we view these matters. And this may happen again in the future, not to scare anyone, but just to ensure that all the laws are followed and obeyed.
Sir, sorry, any comment? This is the third decision daw na nakalagay ab initio from the beginning. First is Sereno, second is the land resource with the, and the third is for Trillanes.
So what is your question?
Ab initio, sir?
No, it just so happened that all of these matters seem to be invalid right from the beginning. Nakakataon lang yun. It's not a fad. I'm telling you, it's not a fad. It just so happened that all of these events, these acts, happen to be declared up after a serious review as void from a legal standpoint. Walang pattern yun. Ano lang yun? Nakakataon lang yun. Yeah. It's up to him. It's up to him. I will not teach him what to do. His lawyers are are very capable of thinking what the legal remedies are available to him.
Secretary, clarification lang. If he can prove na from the very start meron naman talaga siyang requirement, can the amnesty be restored without him having to apply to the territory?
Let's cross the bridge when we get there.
But the repositories of all these documents are saying, sir, that they do not exist.
That's what the DND says. They have no records of such an official application. So if
Missing lang, sir.
sorry,
Missing lang.
well, we don't know. We presume that duties are regularly performed not only in the civil government but also in the military organization.
Sir, itong declaration ab initio, where can he challenge it?
Well, as I said, it's up to him. I will not teach him. He has plenty of lawyers. Yes, plenty of lawyers.
First impression.
Supreme Court, sir. Procedural question.
Well, I guess this is any act on the part of government is subject to judicial review to determine whether there has been grave abuse of discretion. So that's in the Constitution. So so be it. So bahala na sila. Pick it up from there.
Judicial review by?
Judicial review in general. So depending on the hierarchy of courts, kung saan nila tingin na proper, depending on the importance of the issue, then they will have to decide where to go.
But the first venue for him, I think, is the Office of the President, sir, for exhaustion of remedies, sir. Kapag he has to...
No, this is not an administrative case, all right? This is a matter of executive prerogative. This is executive clemency that we're talking about. This is an act of grace, all right? So we're not talking about a simple administrative case where you have to exhaust administrative remedies before you go to courts. All right, so this pertains to something that is purely personal to the president because it involves his discretion. All right, in the case of amnesty, of course, that's subject to concurrence by majority vote of the Congress. All right, in the case of amnesty.
Amnesty?
Yes, exactly. I'm saying executive clemency in general is a matter of grace on the part of the President. But with respect to amnesty, which involves political crimes, all right, the concurrence of a majority of Congress is a requirement.
This one it doesn't need.
There was an issue, I remember, so before it was presented to Congress, there was no admission of guilt. Even way back, there was an issue raised.
No admission of guilt. So.
Because before you presented to Congress, all the requirements have to be complied.
Okay, all right.
Sir, this one does not need the concurrence of Congress.
Amnesty requires congressional concurrence.
But
yeah, but you know, what will Congress concur to if in the beginning it was invalid? Okay.
Has there been an amnesty before na void, declared na void?
I'm sorry, again?
Has there been an amnesty before that was declared valid? Or is it really the first?
I do not recall of any that has happened in the past, but I'm not sure about that. We're talking about decades of executive clemency. There might have been, but I don't recall any where an amnesty given was set aside for being void ab initio.
So since this was presented to Congress, sir.
Maraming salamat mga Rensin. At yan na po ang kabuuan ng ating mga balita sa pangalan ng ating mga kaagapay sa Eagle News Service. Ako po si Angelo Palmones M1 with 25. Susunod ang letters and music dito po sa Net 25 at may request kasama si Victor Wood sa Radyo Agila.
Sumainyo ang mga balita.